Well, the first game of the Kyle Clifford and Jack Campbell era, I guess you got a W. I mean, it wasn't pretty, but the Leafs pick up 2 points in overtime against the Anaheim Ducks at Scotiabank Arena, and man, there's a lot to cover in this game today. There is a ton to get to, and we're going to start right on early, and as we've talked about before, guys, when the Leafs strike first, they win. As much as it wasn't pretty today, and they blew the lead quite often, they won, and they scored first. Crazy play, though, in the first period. You watch Mitch Marner, he loses his glove, and we've seen Mitch Marner do some crazy things in the past, how he loses something or he does something and then finds a way to impact goal. We've seen him lose a stick and then run by the bench, get a stick, and then lead to an assist or a goal or whatever it was. You guys remember that a couple years ago that happened. You saw a couple, like 2 or 3 games ago, he's tying his skate while the play's going on, and he loses his glove here, and he's looking around, he finally gets it back, goes up into the play. Matthews passes to Marner, and a one-timer to Andreas Johnsson, and he buries it past Ryan Miller. Leafs up 1-0. Johnsson with his 8th goal of the year. I think putting him on that first line, I think is a really good thing. I know Nylander is a guy, and I know you want to put him, you want to put him up with the big guys and all that. But I think on Andreas Johnsson, if you can find a way to get that guy going, him or Kapanen, not only to kind of boost some trade value a little bit, more or less just help them out, because they could be integral in this playoff run. We don't know where they're going to be. So, just a great job by Johnsson, great job by the big boys in Marner and Matthews getting the job done, and the Leafs lead at 1-0 here early. Midway through the period, though, Nick flipping Delorier with his 2nd goal of the season, and it was a beautiful pass from Cam Fowler. I got to give tip of the cap to Cam Fowler with a beautiful feed. Beats Jack Campbell as he can't get to the post fast enough. I just say it's a brilliant play. Hard cross seam pass from the left point down to it's about the right circle, and it was a beautiful one-timer from Nick Delorier, and we're tied after 1 period of play. Shots on goal in the first were 10-7 in favor of the Leafs, but we're tied at 1, so it doesn't really matter at that point. In the second period, on the power play, Matthews has it behind the net, and he centers it to John Tavares, who finds a way to settle the puck down, which looked kind of difficult, and finds a way to beat Ryan Miller underneath the arm, and the Leafs are back in front. Now it's 2-1. All right, that's what you want to see. You want to see the boys get going again. Tavares was 3rd goal in 3 games. He got his 21st goal of the season. Matthews with the 2nd point of the night. Hyman's got the assist. We're feeling great here. Now we go about 7 minutes to play here in the second period, and when you have Tavares, Marner, and Matthews coming down on a 3-on-1, it was a short 3-on-1, but nonetheless, a 3-on-1. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Because if I'm mistaken, Marner had the puck. He gave it over to Tavares, who gave it back to Matthews, and Matthews just absolutely rips it. I mean, he's a one-timer, and he absolutely runs right into it, beats it past Ryan Miller for goal number 40 for Austin Matthews. As we talked about, guys, we talked about in the last video, it's great that he has 40. It's great that he's tied with Alex Ovechkin for the NHL lead, but I don't care if it doesn't mean a playoff spot. It means absolutely nothing. So I love that Matthews has his 40th, and I think he's the only second Leaf ever to score 40 goals in 2 seasons. So, like, in back-to-back season, or whatever the heck the number is. You guys know the stat and all that. But great to see Matthews score. And now the Leafs got a 3-1 lead, so they're feeling pretty good here after 2 periods of play. You're winning second period shots 17-8. You're feeling fantastic. Problem. You have everything going for you in the 3rd period. You had a power play now. Marner turns the puck over. In comes Max Jones, and I give the guy credit because that was one heck of a backhand. Top cheese past Jack Campbell, and it's a 3-2 game. We've seen this before. How is this going to go? Well, then they get a power play, and Adam Henrique scores, and we're tied. And it was a bad play because, Jack Campbell behind his own net kind of looked a little rough behind the net. The puck ends up leading back to the point, fires it on. It was a nice first save from Jack Campbell. And then Adam Henrique kind of just bats out a minute at the side of the net and finds a way to get it in the back of the net. They review it. I don't think actually, they might have actually reviewed it to see if it was high sticking. No matter what, it counts. It's a good goal, and we're tied at 3. Now what you want to see. With under 4 minutes to play left in the hockey game, Jason Spezza gets out and goes, and we're all like, okay, Spezza, you've done a lot of good things lately. Let's see what you can do here. He fakes the slap shot, gets Ryan Miller to bait hard, and then he just keeps going a little bit farther, opening up the net, and absolutely roofs it. I mean, Jason Spezza, for goodness, 9th goal of the year for Spezza. I feel like he scored a ton lately. And the Leafs now got the lead back. It was such a good shot that it hit the net and came right back. Yeah, beautiful shot for Spezza's 9th goal. Kapanen and Muzzin grab assists, and the Leafs retake the lead. It ain't pretty, but you take the lead. Last minute of the flipping game. Point shot. I think it was a point shot from Cam Fowler. Must have been tipped by Grant, and it squeaks through Campbell, and Justin Hall kind of helps to give it the old, there you go, and kicks it in his own net. It was going in anyways, but he kind of helped it a little bit there. And we're tied in the last minute of the flipping hockey game. We go to overtime. Okay, well, we got a point. So we can sit here and go, okay, we got a point out of it. Let's see what we can do here. And in overtime, I don't know, I think it was Ricardo Raquel, knee on knee with Mitch Marner. That looked ugly. He doesn't argue. He goes right to the box. Leafs get a power play in OT. You don't like doing that. You just don't. Ask Ottawa. It happened in their last game. Well, the last game against the Leafs, at least. And there's dying seconds. The Leafs can't really get any zone time. They had dumped it down twice. There's only a minute to play left when they get the power play. So in the dying seconds, Mitch Marner with the slap pass to John Tavares on the side of the net, and he beats Ryan Miller and the celly from Tavares with the 2nd goal of the night. You see Matthews is jacked up. Everyone's pumped. You know why? Because you won a flipping game. Matthews, Marner grab assist on Tavares' 22nd goal of the season, and the Leafs win it 5-4 in overtime, and you get 2 points. Kyle Clifford after the game said it best. Not the way you want to close the game, but you got 2 points, and that's what matters. Kyle Clifford, since coming to the Leafs, has shown that he's a very entertaining interview. He's a fun guy. And you know what? I think he's going to be loved here. Yeah, he took 2 penalties, which I didn't agree with the one where he was getting basically pushed on the ground. Was he holding a little bit? Yeah, but the other guy's like cross-checking him while he's down. So, but whatever, it didn't really mean anything at that point. And, as for Jack Campbell, he did allow 4 goals on 30 shots. But again, you look at the goals that happened, right? He made the great initial save on the Henrique goal. He was just kind of bad out of midair. It's kind of hard to save a shot like that because that's just kind of a Hail Mary. I'm just going to slap it and see where it goes. And it went in. You look at the first goal. It was a beautiful feat. Would I've liked to get to the post and make the save? Yeah. But again, it's hard to test a guy on his first game, especially when, things like the shorthanded goal, and you don't expect things like, it's a whole new team. They've been a Leaf for 2 days. Everyone expects these guys to come in and get a shutout, and for Kyle Clifford to get in a fight and spark everybody. Just breathe a little bit, people. You gotta win. Enjoy the damn win. Because that's what I'm trying to do. Because heck, this Leaf team has been all over the place. Now, it's funny. You look at the last 6 games, and the Leafs, Leaf fans are all over the place thinking that we're not playing well. And I'm the same way. I feel the exact. I don't think the Leafs are playing very well. You heard Sheldon Keefe's. Sheldon Keefe after the game, what did he say? I think I have it here. He's disappointed after the loss. I don't have the exact quotes and interviews and everything like that from Sheldon Keefe, but he wasn't happy with that. And I agree. And he said it perfectly after the game. He said something along the lines of, they look tentative. They look like they felt something was going to happen. And you can't play like that. If you're going to be a playoff team, if you're going to try and be a Stanley Cup winning hockey team, which we don't know what the heck this team is right now, you can't have that mentality. Now, whether they did or not, I don't know. But Sheldon Keefe, the coach, just said that in the interview. He had to have seen something. And for us, they kind of collapsed there at the end. The shots on goal in the third period, guys, were 15-4 in favor of Anaheim. Clearly, they were the more desperate team, down 2 goals, but the Leafs allowed them to press. And yeah, Jack Campbell allowed a couple goals, but he was hung out to dry. I mean, you can't help him out there. So, in the end, as Clifford said, you got 2 points, you move on. But they have to be better, right? I think we can all agree on that. You'll take the 2 points, you'll move on. Somehow you find a way to jump Florida even after losing those last 2 games. You find a way to jump Florida. Yeah, you're only 1 point up and they have 2 games in hand. I get it, but somehow you're still around. So we're not out of it yet, people. We're still 10 games over 500. Everyone's freaking out like this team's a sub-500 team. We got to hang in there with Cody Ceci out long term. We don't, or at least a while, at least we've heard. Without Riley for, I'm hoping it's not much longer. We don't know what's going on. The D-core is all over the place. Your goaltending situation with Frederik Andersen injured, we have no clue what's happening. And the forward core is trying to do everything. Score a ton of goals because you need to. And you can't rely on that. They scored 5 today. That's great. But you needed all 5. Your next game, tomorrow. A back-to-back. As you're in Montreal taking on the Habs. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Hutchinson and Price are the expected goaltenders in that game. That's not going to be an easy test. Montreal's been playing really good hockey lately. They've won 2 straight. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're trying to crawl back into this playoff hunt. And the Leafs need this win tomorrow. You go out there tomorrow in Montreal and you win that game in regulation. You would have won back-to-backs. And you would have got 4 points on a possible 4 on back-to-backs, which is massive. And you beat a divisional opponent in reg. That's what you want. But they have to go out there and do that. And we don't know. We have no idea what Leaf team we're going to see tomorrow. That's been the problem. All right? So, you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and, heck, you enjoyed the ending of this game today, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video. What were your thoughts of the Leafs play today? Again, let me know everything you guys want to talk about in the comments below. What do you think of Jack Campbell's first game as a Leaf? What did you notice from Kyle Clifford's first game as a Leaf? I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below, guys. Go nuts down below for that. All right? Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Patreon link is down below, so if you guys are interested in signing up for that, that will be down below in the description, so go sign up for that if you guys are interested. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition tomorrow night as well, as they are coming back home to Scotiabank Arena to take on Kyrie Irving-less Brooklyn Nets. 7:30 tip-off there at Scotiabank Arena. All right, and Lowry is likely out tomorrow. I just got the update saying he's likely out tomorrow against Brooklyn, which kind of makes sense. And as for our Leafs, like we talked about, they play tomorrow as well against the Montreal Canadiens at Scotiabank, at the Bell Center in Montreal. Hutchinson and Carey Price are the expected goaltenders in that game tomorrow night. 7 o'clock puck drop there in Montreal. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.